Game number 1 is getting underway right now. We're going to find out what Dog thinks of Mech Shaman, or if what Ostkaka thinks of Mech Shaman for that matter, because it's getting underway right now, and Dog is looking to clinch himself in a great spot for the playoffs.
Hey, this is something we, well, I'm going to not say this is Grim Patron. This might be Control Warrior.
It's definitely a possibility, you know, just with the way that Ostkaka plays. When you take a look at his whole career, Freeze Mage has always been a very big talking point for him, and he's also the kind of player that will play Grim Patron a lot. Control Warrior makes sense in that regard, but again, with the adjustments that Ostkaka's been making, is this really what you want to be playing right now?
And this looks like a pretty good queue up from Ostkaka here as well in this matchup.
It's a pretty good draw as well. 2-shaded Necromus with a coin. Can't be upset about that one.
Yeah, sign me up. Especially if your opponent's playing the control variant of Warrior, yeah.
Excuse me, is this the double shade Wild Growth Innervate line?
Yeah, am I in the right line?
No, you're gonna want that one over there. This is the Force Nature Savage Roar one.
Oh, no. We saw that a few times yesterday, and those players still could win games.
Look at this opening hand from Ostkaka. Turn 1 shade, turn 2 shade possibility here, but we've seen him take alternative lines to great hands like this all season long.
Yeah, he's even got a Harrison Jones as well. You got to believe that he's at least a favorite with the opening hands.
Yeah, and then kind of looking at Dog's draw, the fact that we see Gromish and Shield Slam, to me, this is a dead giveaway that this is a control deck.
Yeah, you usually don't see Gromish too much in the Grim Patron decks anymore. Shield Slam has made its way in there every now and then as a 1-of, maybe a 2-of, but I've got to believe this is full on control.
Yep. I'm going to go ahead and armor up here, and he does it swiftly. That's what I like to see, regardless of whether or not Battle Rage is in your deck.
Oh yeah, don't make me go off on that again, please. For any of you who missed it, I went off for like 3 minutes on the show the other night about not armoring up on turn 2 just to activate Battle Rage.
We've seen players lose over and over, literally by a couple points of damage.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest argument for me is if you never get to activate Battle Rage by taking damage, aren't you winning anyway?
I 100% agree with you. But, you know, different folks. Ostkaka going to take his time with this one. Is there a chance this shade gets unveiled this turn?
All right, so if you unveil this turn, you don't play around Fiery War Axe anymore, but, you know, would he have just set one on turn 2 instead of arming? I think Dog wouldn't have. You know, just try to maybe get some misinformation. I like at least holding it for one more turn.
Yeah. So Acolyte going to be a quick play for him. Not a surprise considering his hand. Just not really much else to do. Now, is this a turn where the shades could possibly be unveiled?
All right, so if you unveil the 4/4 one, you know, you're running into something like Death Spite again, but if you're going to attacking with both of them probably isn't the worst idea because you want to shed as much armor as possible too to play around shield slams. So yeah, I don't mind waiting for Ostkaka though. You just play around everything. Your hand is good going forward.
I agree with you. The benefit of this is that he loses some potential damage when Dog just doesn't have the right answer for it. But when he does have the right answer, think about how much damage you're losing in the future.
You lose a lot of damage in the future and tempo, but here's the other thing too. I like at least waiting till this turn to unveil shades because you can Harrison next turn.
Yeah. This is a good spot to do it. I think you can run over the Acolyte with the 4/4. You risk execute that way, but you deny cool Taskmaster, you deny some Whirlwind stuff.
And as we see, Ostkaka can get very far ahead this turn if he starts to do some attacking and playing a Pilot Shredder. Dog has 2 shield slams, but not a lot of armor here.
If one shade's coming out, I have to believe his twin brothers head along with him.
Yeah. One good shade deserves another one. Now, Dog, he's going to be able to Sludge Belcher here, or maybe he just drew a Brawl.
Yeah, the Brawl is a really big one right now.
I hadn't seen the card that he drew yet, yeah.
But now, now the shield block changes this whole hand. Like before, he had no removal. I think the Brawl is just too good right here, though.
Yeah, it's too good to pass this up. Oh, he needs to leave over the Pilot Shredder as well.
Such a good result for him. But that's going to be a bad result for him.
That was a pretty good top deck there, Ostkaka. You know, you've been pretty unlucky all season long. Chalk this one up to some luck.
Yeah, but at the same time, Dog does have a way to answer the 7/7 body. The thing that I'm looking at here is he going to be able to overcome the advantage that Ostkaka has right now?
Yeah, that's what we talked about. Ostkaka, he's going to get a big advantage here over the last turn and this one. Let's see if Dog can get himself back into this game. He does have some of the tools to do it. Is he going to have enough time?
That's really the big question here. Ostkaka's the kind of player who, once he realizes the situation, will not give you the proper time for it. But again, Dog's at 30 right now.
Yeah, Force of Nature added, though. He's going to be able to push for a ton of damage here over the next couple turns.
Well, here we go. His turns are set in stone for a while.
Yeah. Now, Dog does have a Death Spite in his hand, but is he going to have time to ever, you know, set this in play? And there might be a turn where Ostkaka feels he just needs to play Harrison Jones as more pressure.
Yeah, it's a possibility, but when Druids roll into these turn 7, turn 8+, oh Nelly.
Now, do you Brawl this turn?
Do you think that Armor Smith's going to win the Brawl? That's the big question.
Armor Smith always wins Brawls. That and Slime tokens. I've seen that
like
Sludge or Slime tokens that come out of Sludge Belcher, they win all the time. Oh, that's actually not the worst drop for Ostkaka.
I can guarantee you right now he feels like it's a really bad drop.
But it plays around Brawl, and then it does get value from Savage Roar later in the game as well.
Is this a charge?
I don't know if do you pass up Harrison?
gosh.
It gets in so much damage doing this.
Yeah, it just does. It's just too much. Dog shaking his head. That was, I guess when you look at it that way, it's probably the last thing he wanted to see.
Only
below
gets
average on
3,
Boombots.
yeah. But this makes Force of Nature and, coupled with some other cards, lethal as soon as next turn. So Dog has to be defensive for the rest of the game here.
Yeah, but it's very funny to me that this Nerubian Egg is actually putting a lot of pressure on this Brawl. He has to play picture perfect or this game is out of control.
Yeah, and he can't even leave, he can't even Brawl and then have a Death Spite behind it to take care of whatever gets left over because Ostkaka has Pilot Shredder and Nerubian Egg.
Yep. Tough spot. This is the Druid matchup in a nutshell, though. They continue to play heavy minions at every single step. Your weapons become a liability.
Yeah. Now, if you're Dog, do you just think about Gromming this turn?
It's definitely a consideration, but I think this is probably just a little bit better.
I like this play a lot better. It's just, is there ever a world where you do this to try to get like super aggressive against Ostkaka? And withdrawing the second Force of Nature here, Ostkaka has so much that he can do here. He can Loatheb as a way to try to shut this game out. He can Druid of the Claw and charge here and get an extra damage. He can even Force of Nature here and then Force of Nature next turn as well.
Yeah, I feel like Loatheb is fine here. Contests the 5/5, shuts off some utility, but you've seen 2 shield slams in a Brawl at this point. Like, how much utility do you want to shut off?
Yeah, I mean, that Dog's going to the turns now where he's got Grom, he's got Alex Straza, he's got his big plays.
Take his time and study this board. I think this is coming in charge.
Coming in hot.
Wow, that's a little bit surprising to me. This does force Dog to have some extra utility to handle it, though.
Yeah, the more I thought about it, this isn't super surprising to me. It does, kind of protect his Pilot Shredder a little bit, so he gets to play around, the second Brawl a little bit here.
So Dog looking like he's going to recover this turn, though.
Yeah, he's going to be able to Sludge Belcher and Cruel Taskmaster behind this.
Yeah, this is a pretty major turn. Ostkaka loses a few points of damage, but does force some extra action from Dog. Keeper of the Grove would be good. Oh, well.
Yeah. You've been pretty good at that all season long.
It's been all right. But there is a big problem here, though, is that he has Dog has a 5/1 down, so Keeper and Loatheb is just a very unappealing turn. So does he just float a bunch of mana to take care of a 5/1?
I mean, there's so many options he can do this turn. None of them are super exciting. So we're going to see how Ostkaka wants to play, but Keeper of the Grove on Sludge Belcher and then maybe push for damage, and Loatheb might just be his best line.
Look, is Loatheb any different than just hero powering, though? I don't think it is. I think hero powering is just strictly better. So it doesn't cost him too much. He's built up some armor of his own. But now his board's getting threatened. Maybe Dog feels comfortable at 13, but when he sees the silence, is he second-guessing that?
Yeah, he's got to feel like something might be up here. He might be taking too much damage.
He will be at 15, though, so is out of range of combo right now.
And he gets this Gromish in play. He gets to take care of this Druid. I'm sorry, this Keeper of the Grove as well.
Ostkaka not in a comfortable position. Yeah, this is tough. He's gonna need some extra damage if he wants to get this done, and quite a bit of it. I don't know if the Loatheb or the Azure Drake is better here. I feel like the Azure Drake's better just because you want to dig.
Yeah, find the Savage Roar a little sooner.
But if you play the Loatheb, you do remove the possibility of a couple key cards maybe being able to pick you off. I think the Azure Drake is just better, and especially if you're going to draw Wrath.
Yeah. He could take care of the Sludge Belcher this turn with the Wrath, and then just have to deal with Grom and maybe try to race that from here because Dog has to take care of the Azure Drake.
Also just Wrath his own Nerubian Egg.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to make a 4/4, that's actually not the worst play in the world either. Just 2 4/4s. They aren't directly contested with what's going on the board right now. That might be what he does, just cycle it onto the Nerubian Egg. Yeah,
I like this a lot. Not only that, but it keeps digging into the deck. He needs to find a Savage Roar. Wow, good draw from Dog. Anytime he can pad his life total at this point, he's already been shown that Ostkaka does not have the right tools to deal with the damage that he needs to. So anytime he can pad this life total and start making headway, that's beautiful for him.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get in some extra damage this turn as well. That's the important thing, too. He has to actually kill Ostkaka. He can't just keep giving him draws.
Right. And so this is probably a spot where if Ostkaka doesn't draw some action, I think you're likely to see Force Nature to start cleaning up some of this board. Well,
that's some pretty good action.
Yeah, that's an okay one right now. Dust off the hands, take care of a 10-3.
Thanks, Deck.
Yeah.
There's the Savage Roar, too.
this quickly became very dangerous. And this is the story of Warrior versus Druid. They continue to have heavy cards every single step of the way. You have to fight this war perfectly.
Yeah, usually when you're in the control Warrior deck, once you stop their initial push, they only have like one thing after that. They're never just continuously pressuring you with giant minions the way that Druid does. And then there's never the thought about, oh no, I could get comboed at any moment as well.
Yeah. But I think with this Armor Smith draw, that he does have a pretty darn good control over this game.
Yeah, he doesn't have to take damage off his weapon if he doesn't want to. He can attack Ostkaka's face, get some damage onto the Azure Drake, and use Execute and then trade in his Sludge Belter, get a ton of armor this way. It just depends on how defensive he wants to be.
Yeah, but he's starting to run thin on resources too. I mean, once this board,
you have to find a way to win.
Yeah, once this board position's taken care of, it's looking like he can't really answer that many more things. He has to get some pressure going or keep drawing very well.
Yeah, this is a hard turn for Dog because this is pretty much, his final push in the game. Okay, he's going to value the body left on board.
Yep. There's just no way he's executing right here, right?
I don't think so, but yeah, you have to trade in.
Executing here, I feel like, would be giving up your last tool. That's not where he wants to be. So Ostkaka, whoa, Nelly.
And that is double combo.
Yeah, I think this is a back-to-back Force Nature Savage Roar and hope to get you. But but say he does that and then Dog has Alexstrasza. What do you feel like afterwards?
You can't really play around that. I don't think his hand can. Well, I mean, listen, there's a Fiery War Axe 4/2 and a 1/3. Maybe there's a line that plays around that, but is Ostkaka going to do that?
Yeah, I think when you take a look at this situation and really think about it, this is if you have it moment.
Yeah.
So Ostkaka gotta push all in here. If Dog has to draw Alexstrasza or a taunt or something, because he is sitting mighty low on life. Ostkaka's actually going to clear out 2 of these minions here, which this is fine too, because now it takes all the pressure off of him.
Right.
So now if Dog has any threats, say even he has an Alexstrasza, Ostkaka buys more time.
Yeah. Plus he still has lethal next turn no matter, through a taunter.
Yeah.
I mean, besides a taunter.
Yeah. So that's going to do it. Dog does not have the action to take care of this turn. Ostkaka and his double Force Nature Savage Roar in the late game is going to bring home #1. And that's the danger of playing Control Warrior into this style of deck, is that you're just behind it pretty much every step of the way.
Yeah, we've seen this a few times where they've had the combo, then had the combo again on the second turn. This one, Dog wasn't so surprised the last time. I believe it happened to ECOP, and he didn't play around the second form of combo, but really, can you ever?
Now, that's the thing, is it's tough to play around it. Your opponent has to have that exact hand range, and they're cutting one of each copy out of it.